Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, this is Redberry Rio here, and welcome to another video about customs and courtesies. In today's video, we are talking about military customs and courtesies within Civil Air Patrol, and a little bit about saluting and proper greeting procedures. So let's go ahead and get started. Cadets are always expected to be held to a higher standard than people of similar age, like their peers, because they are in the official auxiliary of the U.S. Air Force, and you are being trained to be a professional, to be willing to serve, to volunteer, like volunteer service, excellence in all you do, respectfully, and just putting others' needs before your own. So there's something that's a little confusing for people, which is what is the difference between a grade and a rank? Are you familiar with what the difference is between a grade and a rank? If you think about grade, think of it as pay grade. So if you were in the military, like if you were an enlisted member, you might be an E3 or an E5. And then that letter and number is associated with how much pay that person would get within the military. And it goes across all branches, because E3s all get paid the same amount, or E6s all get paid the same amount. O5s all get paid the same amount, because it's uniform in its structure across all branches. So the grade is the pay grade, so that O5, O6, O3, E2, and E stands for enlisted personnel, and then O would stand for officer. Now, in Civil Air Patrol, that would be like Cadet Airman, or Cadet Senior Airman, Cadet Colonel, Cadet Captain. For senior members, that would be like Tech Sergeant, Master Sergeant, Second Lieutenant, Major, Colonel. And then they're always CAP when it comes to CAP grade. Rank is what position that person has within the structure of the organization. So, for example, if there is a squadron commander who is a captain, and their CDC might be a major, the squadron commander who is a captain would still outrank their CDC who is a major, because in the command structure, they are higher up on the hierarchy. Same thing would go for the cadet side. If there is a cadet captain who is the cadet commander, and there is a cadet colonel in the squadron, the cadet captain, the cadet commander, would still outrank that cadet colonel. And it's possible that the cadet colonel might have previously served as cadet commander and is mentoring that new cadet commander, but they're still outranked in that structure. Following along those lines, it's important to understand the difference between those two, because the lower ranking person is always to initiate the salute with the higher ranking officer. So in that earlier example with the squadron commander being a captain and the CDC being a major, the major would initiate the salute to the captain if they're outside or if they're doing a report for formation, anything like that, major would initiate it. So I'm going to give you a little bit of background on the salute. So if you're familiar with knights and chivalry and in the good old Middle Ages, they had a procedure which is similar to the salute, in which if two knights were engaging in some kind of duel, they would lift their visor in order to make eye contact with their opponent as a sign of respect and mutual agreement that they were about to go do their thing. So the salute now, at least in the United States, with how the Air Force does it, it is similar to that, but there is specific positionings of the arm and the angles, which I will be showing right now. So whenever you are saluting, you've got your arm, and it's on the seam of your pants. It's on the seam of your pants when you're standing at attention. And when you bring up your salute, you follow where your zipper, at least on me, where my zipper is located. On most uniforms, it would be buttons. You follow the button line, and then you bring your fingertips to the edge of your eyebrow or to the brim of your glasses. If you're wearing a cover when you're saluting, then it's going to go to the edge of the cover, the brim of the cover when you're saluting. And remember, if you are the lower ranking officer, you initiate the salute. Whenever you're indoors, you don't necessarily salute unless you are reporting formally, like if you're receiving an award or if you're being called up to get promoted, then you would go up, salute, and say name and rank. So Cadet Second Lieutenant Smith reports as ordered, sir, ma'am, chief, whoever it is. And then would bring it down after that salute is returned. So, here we go. Here, we're going to practice saluting right now. So, I am Captain Smith, and you will practice reporting to me. So, you're going to say your name. So, you're going to say cadet. Are you saying it? If you're not saying it, then that would be a little boring. Cadet reports is ordered, ma'am. Okay, so as you're doing that, you say, I hope you're saying this, because that would be super awkward if you didn't. But as soon as you're done saying it, then I will return your salute, and now you can bring your hand down. Okay, so let's try that again. You're going to say your piece. So you're saying, cadet reports as ordered, ma'am. You do your salute. I'm going to do my salute. And then you bring yours down. Okay? And then I might tell you to about face. And then you'll about face, receive your award, and it'll be great. Okay? So that's just something to know and be familiar with. If you are indoors, you don't salute, except for those reporting or official reporting ins. But you still should render some kind of verbal greeting. So you would say good, and then part of the day, sir, ma'am. Okay, so I would currently say good afternoon, ma'am, or good afternoon, sir. Or if you know that person specifically, you might be like, good afternoon, Captain Smith, or something like that. And then if you were outside, then you would render the salute in addition to the verbal greeting. So some people are like, why do I have to salute? Why should I salute? Saluting just feels redundant. It's a sign of respect, first of all, and it's kind of like a really professional, respectful hello. Because it's recognizing who that person is and being like, I appreciate the experience that you have obtained in order to get to your rank, so thank you for being awesome, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. So, some people find saluting to be tedious and annoying. I actually really enjoy it, like saluting other people that like I respect, because it's like, yeah, you're awesome every single time. Now, a few things about how your arm is when you're saluting. It starts with following the buttons, and then you need to make sure that your arm eventually reaches parallel with the ground. This part of my arm, my triceps, if you will be parallel to the ground as I am saluting. I see a lot of people where they bend their hands like this, and they do it like that, and they cup their hands. I have learned it where you flatten your hand out, you hide that thumb, and then you put it on the tip of your eyebrow. Now, some people like to show their thumb. We hide our thumb. When I used to salute with a really curved hand like that. But to be honest, when I was like 14, I realized my saluting was off, and I wanted it to be perfect when I went to summer activities. So I stood in front of a mirror and I saluted for like 30 minutes, and now it's solid. And I do it pretty well every time, consistently. Like, it's muscle memory. So just remember that it's going to be straight and straight. This will be 90 degrees, and your arm will be parallel with the ground. Okay? So whenever you are reporting to someone, then you hold the salute until the person acknowledges, gives the salute back, and then you drop your salute. There's a whole lot of stuff with saluting and with the flag, which I will be talking in a later video, which talks about how people in uniform, like an official U.S. Air Force uniform, interact with like the flag during the Pledge of Allegiance and when the national anthem is being played. All of that information will be coming soon, okay? But today's video is primarily talking about, like, grade and rank and saluting. So that is everything that I wanted to cover in today's video. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to leave a comment down below. I will be doing more content on this, so don't worry. I haven't finished just yet, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. So thank you so much for watching, and that is all, folks. Until next time, toodles.